Parrotfish leave visible bite marks on coral and poop sand. They scrape algae off coral with a beak made of fused teeth, and as they do that, they grind bits of coral into fine particles that are released as sand. A lot of tropical beaches are made up of that sand. When they get overhunted, the algae takes over and kills off the coral. That is why a lot of places protect the parrotfish population. They want to make sure the coral does not die off, because coral brings in the tourists. Parrotfish are important to both the ecology and the economy. They were named after their beak. Their teeth form a curved parrot-like structure at the front of the mouth, and that is what they use to scrape the coral surfaces. I always thought they were aquarium fish. It never occurred to me that people ate parrotfish, but they are eaten, and I remember seeing them on menus, especially in Maui, and we joked about it being for the birds, because, parrots. It turns out they do not do very well in captivity. They need wide open spaces, so they're not really aquarium fish the way I had assumed. They're between 1 and 4 feet long, around 36 inches for many of them, which I calculated as about 4.5 bananas, because bananas are approximately 8 inches. If you get up to 4 feet, that is 8 bananas, that's a large reef fish moving slowly over coral and scraping and feeding. Most of them are born female and become male. It's not true for all parrotfish, but the big chunks change sex, and then the dominant male becomes the dominant breeding male. That is the opposite of clownfish we talked about before, because clownfish are born male and the dominant ones become female. Most animals are female until they're acted upon by a hormone or temperature change, whether in utero or in the egg, and I mentioned the leatherback turtles and how temperature affected their sex. There are lots of fish and frogs that change genders. They sleep in a mucus cocoon. They wrap themselves up to hide their scent from predators, and this happens at night while the reef quiets down. By morning, they break free and go back to scraping algae off the coral.